In this video, we are reviewing the setup procedure for the explosion-proof benchtop system. Begin by connecting the pump inlet assembly to the tank. To start, carefully tip the tank onto its back as it is very heavy. Connect the end of the pump inlet assembly to the tank outlet by inserting the compression fitting. Hand tighten the nut onto the fitting. Next, use an adjustable wrench to tighten the fitting. From there, stand the tank assembly back upright. Next, connect the tank outlet fitting to the pump inlet. Thread the nut onto the fitting by hand. Once it's hand tight, use an adjustable wrench to finish tightening the nut by turning it 1/8 to 1/4 turn. Next, take the 24-inch section of 1/2-inch braided hose and connect this end to the pump outlet right here. Thread this fitting on by hand. Next, take the side with the elbow on it and connect it to the pump inlet of the cell unit here. Insert the fitting and then tighten this by hand. Using a 7/8 wrench, finish tightening each fitting by giving it an additional 1/8 to 1/4 turn. Next, use a 48-inch long 1/2-inch hose with 2 elbows on each end. Connect one end of the hose to the air inlet of the pump. Insert the fitting and then tighten the nut by hand. Next, insert the other end into the air to pump port on the back of the cell unit here and tighten this fitting by hand as well. From there, finish tightening the fittings using a 7/8-inch wrench by giving it an additional 1/8 to 1/4 turn. Take the final stretch of 1/2-inch by 48-inch hose and connect the side with an elbow to the return to tank port on the side of the cell unit. Insert the fitting and hand tighten it. Use a 7/8-inch wrench to finish tightening this fitting. From there, connect the other side of the hose to the return port on the top of the tank. Get it hand tight and use a 7/8-inch wrench to tighten the fitting. Next, connect the shop air supply. This will be your responsibility to adapt your shop air supply to 1/2-inch compression. Insert the adapter into the air inlet port on the back of the cell unit. Hand tighten it and secure it with a 7/8-inch wrench. Set up the compressed gas supply with the regulator assembly. This is the tank of compressed nitrogen gas. Start by making sure the regulator is fully relieved by turning the control knob fully counterclockwise. Make sure the on-off valve is turned to close by turning this clockwise. Next, insert the stem into the tank and thread the fitting in. Hand tighten it and finish tightening with an adjustable wrench. Finally, connect the high-pressure gas supply line to the regulator assembly outlet. Take one end of the hose and insert the tube stub end into the regulator outlet fitting. Hand tighten the fitting until it's snug, and then finish tightening it with a 9/16-inch wrench by giving it an additional 1/8 to 1/4 turn. Take the other end of the high-pressure hose and connect it to the gas inlet fitting on the top of the tank. Hand tighten the fitting and then finish tightening it with the 9/16 wrench.